I don't know if y'all seen or heard about the Cinnabon situation, but yeah, it's time for 10 Toes to type, tap in on that one and chime in to see what's going on. Now, from what I understand, it looks like two people have basically it was two Somali people who were called the N-word by this worker, right? She got fired, got paid on a GoFundMe. Okay. Well, at least she got fired, right? That's as good as she, they're not we gotta, at least give the company a round of applause, right, for to at least some form of fashion honoring decorum, because they could have been like, you know what, we're gonna stand on it. Stand firm on this one and let her keep her job, and that would set a whole precedent for other activities to resume at the company. So shout out Cinnabon. I might go eat some Cinnabon since this happened. But nonetheless, so let's get into what the lady's saying, or what this we have a report here from Fox 11. Wisconsin.
We have the latest for you tonight on the Schwaben Cinnabon worker who is
yeah, real quick. I did want to I'll let it cook.
out of a job after a viral TikTok video showed her using racial slurs.
Now, we first reported about this on Saturday. Two separate fundraisers have garnered thousands of dollars. Fox 11's Tony Langfellow joining us now. And Tony, what have you learned about these fundraisers?
Yeah, Mark and Michelle, the two fundraisers are competing against each other. One is in support of the two Somali customers who recorded the video. The other is for the former Cinnabon worker. Now, so far, the GoFundMe for the Somali husband and wife has garnered more than $4,600 out of its $45,000 goal. The fundraiser identifies one of the customers as Faria Ahmed. According to the fundraiser's page, it says the money will be used for legal fees. It's unclear what legal action is potentially being taken, but calls it a fight against racism. The page also says the GoFundMe was started by a cousin of the couple.
Dude, they finna get paid. All right, guys, I gotta call it out where you see it. This looks like a scam. Y'all better not donate to that Somali cause, because number one, this is what we're gonna get right back into it. Now, this is the only reason why I say the Somalis shouldn't really necessarily feel offended by being called the N-word at all. Why?
We are Somalis, not black. There, I said it. All right, everyone is keep asking, why don't Somalis want to identify as black? It's simple. The term black was never a word to begin with. Yeah. The term black, it didn't come from Africa. It came from America. Hello, right? It was designed to separate slaves from Europeans. It was not designed to celebrate identity. It was to control it. Yeah. So when Somalis came to the West,
that's one. Well, they kind of took it out of context before. He did put that, put it in a nice term. But I'm confused. He put it in a nice way, I guess. I don't know. I thought that a lot of Somalis just feel like they're not necessarily black, but like they don't feel like they're Black Americans in the same sense that a Black American would say, and go with the notion of, yeah, I'm a black American citizen. And so I feel like the N-word, saying the N-word to that person, it shouldn't, of course, using an N-word while you're at work is not the thing to do. Using an N-word, that person, the Somalis basically shouldn't have affected them as much. They shouldn't necessarily have felt offended. I feel like if they don't necessarily feel like they're aligned as black.
Meanwhile, the fundraiser for the
but I guess I might have took that out of context, and a lot of them might say, "Nah, we're not black because that's some shit that they made up over there." Well, okay, well, damn, the Americans that are Black America, bro. We are. I feel like we're black. So don't accept that motherfucking money for being called the N-word. That's what we saying. Get that to us.
Worker who is white has raised more than $110,000 out of its $109,000 goal. In this fundraiser's description, the now former worker is simply identified as Crystal. It says funds will go toward helping Crystal land on her feet after being fired. It goes on to say, quote, no white person should lose their job for refusing to be harassed by Somalians. Well, here's what we've learned about the incident. The heated exchange took place Friday at the Cinnabon stand in Ashwaubenon's Bay Park Square Mall.
Look at it, bro.
The video shows the stand's worker calling two Somali customers the N-word. She then called herself a racist. The GoFundMe says this ensued after the worker made comments about the Somali woman's hijab. The couple called the employee an idiot, followed by an expletive, and told the employee she was ruining her life and would be fired. The employee continued with more derogatory comments directed at the couple and gave them two middle fingers. Cinnabon issued a statement to Fox 11 about the incident over the weekend.
Dang, they're not about to show the clip. They're not showing a clip, bro. That's so horrible of this news outlet. That shit even. Now, I will put it in a context now. We got to keep it real over here. It's Tinto's channel, baby. We got to keep it real. Now, y'all know that them some Somalis too, even I feel like some Somali people know it. Sometimes it's a cultural shock when different cultures mixed. When different cultures mix, it's a cultural shock. Some of y'all, some of the Somali culture and ways, especially Johnny Somali gave it a bad look too. With a lot, he gave my Somali brothers and sisters a bad look with that whole move. Now, y'all know, come on now. There's probably some cultural friction there that I feel like could have been mitigated. I gotta see the whole clip before I even make a judgment, man. I gotta see the whole clip. I don't want to look bad, but I feel like my prejudgment is, yeah, y'all Somalis came in there. I'm not. I feel like the Somalis came in there. It was all some extra, like, hurry up! I want my order right now. I said I want it for you. This one up here. Do you have this? Okay, give it now. There's just like a certain, in certain places and parts of the world, the pleasantries don't exist. Maybe I've experienced a little bit of that when we talk about India and Nepal, even some places in Africa, Middle East, just different cultural nuances. Not to say somebody's better or worse than the other. So sometimes, but some of these things can be very, it can be stressful, if we're not aware of these things. I think that's what happened here, but I got to see the clip.
The company is aware of the deeply troubling video involving a former employee at the independently owned and operated Cinnabon Bakery in Ashwaubenon. The individual seen in the video was immediately terminated by the franchise owner. The company says their actions and statements are completely unacceptable and in no way reflect the values of Cinnabon, its franchises, or the welcoming environment it expects from every guest and team member.
Wow, see, that means a lot.
We asked the creator of the Somali couple's...
That means a lot to me. And another round of applause for Cinnabon. Even though this is a very, very sanitized media response, that's great. And I'm telling you right now, my mouth is watering for some Cinnabon. And it's just because they didn't let the lady just stay on the clock and just say something like that. Because it is common sense, really, and that's not just only because it was a black person that there was an expletive was yelled at. Is because anybody would be yelled at like that and mistreated. Just basic human dignity and respect, I think goes a very, very long way, especially when we're doing business and getting paid by these people.
And team member. We asked the creator of the Somali couple's GoFundMe for an interview, but we've not heard anything back. We're hoping to ask what specific legal action the money will be used for and what escalated in...
Okay, I'll just say not getting paid by, but you know what y'all are doing business. We'll leave it there.
Exchange. We're also hoping to hear from Crystal to explain her point of view of what happened and if she regrets using a slur. We'll keep you updated as we learn more. Michelle and Mark?
Yeah, okay.
All right, Tony, thanks.
Now we want to see the clip.
YouTube.
I want to see the clip. Hold on, man. Dang. Bro, why don't they want to show the clip? Back to the...
We have the latest for you tonight on the Ashwaubenon Cinnabon worker who is out of a...
Making headlines this morning, a Wisconsin Cinnabon employee was fired after she was caught on camera using racial slurs toward a Somalian couple. That video has since gone viral across social media. Reporter Tony Langfellow with the latest.
So far, the GoFundMe for the Somali husband and wife has garnered more than $4,600 out of its $45,000 goal. The fundraiser identifies one of the customers as Faria Ahmed. According to the fundraiser's page, it says the money will be used for legal fees. It's unclear what legal...
Oh, here it goes. TMZ got it.
What's recording doing for you? Just show me who you are for wall. Get the f out of here. You painted your face in this one, but I remember you. I remember you without your face. You can go and pretend to be 5 different people. I still know who the f you are.
Yeah, see, now that was a true Somalis. Now she was talking about you Somalis. It's hard dealing with people. That cultural shock is real. Like, in open defense of the white woman, she was still wrong for that. Like, I mean, come on, all right, let it roll. She was still wrong for using the N-word, but she should have used something more fitting and appropriate. Cause they said they're not black people. They're from a different place, man. These are actually Somali people. So, and then I think it would have hit harder anyway. But hey, she got the 54K, so maybe she did something right. Y'all let me know in the comments.
Just because you put a bandana on your fucking head, bitch.
What she said, bitch?
Come back and harass me. Oh, how are you? She came with a white bitch. She fucking came back as a black bitch. Go paint your face somewhere else, you fat fucking ugly
Okay.
black bitch. Damn right I am. You know what psycho is? Psycho is, pertaining to the fucking mind.
No, you need to go to hospital. You need to get some help.
Oh, she throws something?
I can't. You're right, but I would.
Well, you know what? They were kind of civilized too. They seem like they came out pretty civilized too at the same time. They didn't really do nothing wrong, it looked like, either. From what I could see, it was pretty. They didn't grab her or nothing.
YouTube.
Well, let me go back to that part where I want to hear what she said.
I remember you without your face. You painted your face in this one here. You painted your face in this one, but I remember you. I remember you without your face. You can go and pretend to be 5 different people. I still know who the f you are. Just because you put a bandana on your fucking head, bitch, does not mean you can come back and harass me. Oh, how are you? She came with a white bitch. She fucking came back as a black bitch. Go paint your face somewhere else, you fat fucking ugly bug-eyed bitch.
Psycho.
Damn right I am.
You need to
You
go
know
to
what psycho is? Psycho is, pertaining to the fucking mind.
No, you need to go to hospital. You need to get some help.
I can't. You're right, but I would. But I would. Do it. Come on and take
That man said,
YouTube.
shut the fuck up. All right. Yeah, man, that was kind of wild, bro. The full clip, he said, with the teenager job. Yeah, you know, you can't be flipping out on people like that at these fast food restaurants. That's what I think. Honestly, my take is, dude, yeah, 'cause people are going to piss you off at those fast food restaurants working that shit. Especially if it's people, you know, that where there's that cultural shift and it sounds like they're from the, like, in kind of in the hood, really. Anyway, the way that lady was talking. Like in Jersey, it sounded like that shit was in Jersey. I know they're in Wisconsin or whatever the fuck, but it's yeah, being, you know, working fast food at one point in life. Yeah, I get it. Working with the public, probably it sucks, especially, you know, and you know the possibility of those cultural frictions. But you know, working with the general public, it's your job to suck this up and get the money. You're working at Cinnabon in a mall, baby girl. You gotta just put the Cinnabon in the bag. You gotta put it in the box and keep it pushing. Or, you know what, it's like some people were saying though, you know, they were like, hey, you know what? The deal was, she was like, hey, I'm about to just, if I lose my job, I can get the 54K. Since the other lady got turned up, the one who was on the playground and said, you know, you know, said what she said. She thought that was the play. That's what some people were saying. But I think it just looked like an emotional outburst. But at the same time, the Somali lady done did something. And she said she was got her ass. She done came back twice. And the first time she was ooh. Okay, well, if she's harassing you, this is what you gotta do. Don't spaz on the customer. Just say, ma'am, yada yada yada, and then you gotta call security. You call mall security. You gotta follow the protocols. Use the systems that are there to protect you to your advantage. That's what you're supposed to do. But she might have had a master plan. She got the 54K. Maybe she's going to launch a product or platform, you know, off of her ideals. You might just meet up with like-minded people and be all right. Maybe it sounds like the other people are going for, and other people are going for the 45. It seems like a money grab. It's so sad that everybody just money grabbing off of hate, bro. That's what it looked like to me. Everybody just they just money grabbing off of hate, and none of these parties involved were like legitimately like the word that was thrown. It ain't even really. I guess from the other people's perspective, that's what we got to understand. Like, this is what my African brothers and sisters, what I would like for y'all, you know, to understand is we're all black in other people's eyes. In other countries, you're all black. It don't matter what shade you go. It's like it do it really, you know. It just make, you know, if you can go with that and then go with your nationality, and then, you know, it makes more sense, because that's, I think, what everybody else pretty much does. Yeah, let me know your thoughts and comments in the section. I do know there's like a lot of different cultural nuances and feelings amongst. I said you're racist. Hey, that's powerful right there, bro. In the chat said, "I say you're." I'm feeling Rohan said, "I say you're racist." What the cops think you are? Tee, that sounds accurate to me. Y'all let me know something. I'll see y'all on the next topic. Peace.